So today we're going to be looking at Photoshop's version of the timeline. If you guys have ever used any kind of video editing software, it's similar. It definitely doesn't have as many features as Final Cut or Premiere, but it can make images move. So the first thing you're going to do is go File, New, Film and Video here, and then change the size to NTSC DV widescreen. All I want you guys to do right now is watch what I'm doing. I'm going to walk you guys through it when you get to your computers, okay? So here, it's when you guys do film and video, it's going to come up here, NTSC DV. You need to change it to DV widescreen. NTSC stands for National Television Standards Committee, and that is Canada's broadcasting system, which means it scans our televisions at 525 lines per second or per frame. You guys don't need to worry about the technology behind that. That's in grade 11 Comtech. We talk about the theory behind that. All you need to know is to make sure it's on film and video, size NTSC DV, and now we always use widescreen, which is a 16:9 aspect ratio. You're going to click OK, click OK. And then you're going to see your screen's going to look like this. These lines, see these blue lines? That is what we refer to as the title safe zone. So any titles, any words need to be within the innermost box, because if I take something that's shot or edited in a widescreen format, I can still watch it on an old school TV, which is a 4:3 aspect ratio. But a lot of the things on the sides are going to get cut off. So anything important that when you're directing a film or doing any kind of graphic stuff, you need to make sure that all of your important elements are within the innermost box. So you can't get rid of these guidelines because you do need them. So the first thing you're going to do is double click, and then you're going to delete the white. Okay, so when you see the checkerboard, that means that it is transparent. So I'm going to open up my background, which is my road, and I put these elements on the classroom for you, and I'm actually going to open up my red car as well. Yeah. Okay, so now I have my road, but my road is not on this is my video layer, so I need to move my road. I'm going to unlock it first. I'm going to move my road onto my video layer and make sure that it fits. Hold shift to resize, hit enter when you're done. And I'm going to take my car and I'm going to move my car onto my background layer as well. Now it's way too big, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit, hold shift, and reduce the size of the car. So we're going to do a little animation where we have the car go down the road. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. Now the headlights of the car is on this side, so I want the car to be facing the other way. So I'm going to go edit, transform, flip horizontal. So now my headlights are facing the correct way. I'm just going to reduce it just a little bit more. Okay, so now I have my image. I'm ready to... Stefano, close it. So now I'm ready to animate my image. Here's where it gets a little complicated. At this point, you guys should know how to do everything I just mentioned. I'm going to click Create Video Timeline down here. If you guys can't see this, you can go Window, Timeline. Okay? So I'm going to click Create Video Timeline. And it created, I'm just going to move this up so you guys can see here. It took each one of my layers. I'm going to delete this bottom layer. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave that. So I want my car to start here and end over here. If I open up this arrow here, I have controls for position, opacity, and style. This blue thing with the red line, that's called a playhead or a scrubber. Depends who you ask. It can be called both. So I'm going to put the playhead where I want it to start, and I'm going to click this button. This button is called keyframe. I'm going to add a keyframe here. So this little diamond is a marker for the computer that it knows, okay, she wants the car to start here. I'm going to move my playhead all the way to the end, and I'm going to take my move tool and I'm going to move my car where I want it to go. Okay? So then I'm going to hit play, which is my space bar, or I can hit play somewhere here. I prefer keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to hit the space bar so you can see the car start to move. Okay? Now let's say I want the car to swerve a little in the middle. So I'm going to put my playhead here, like in the middle, I'm going to grab it and just move it down a little bit. So I want it to swerve. So now it goes closer and then goes back over there. Okay? So I don't want to confuse you. So that's where I'm going to stop right now. I've put the road, 2 cars on the classroom. You can download those elements. And I want you to try moving them in Photoshop. And then I'm going to bring you guys back here in a minute and we're going to do the next step. Okay?